I'm John Clahan, and this is Just Take 10. Helpful hints to change your life, 10 minutes at a time, every day. Your life will change for the better. Today I'm here with Janet Cox, and I'm bringing people in to be experts in their field, and Janet is an expert at vegetarianism. So Janet, how long have you been a vegetarian?
I've been a vegetarian for about, I'd say, 40 years.
40
I
years.
started playing around with it about 40 years ago, been more serious about it. I've been a vegan vegetarian for about 34 years.
34 years. And how does it feel to be a vegetarian? Does it
Good.
It feels good, all right.
It feels good. I guess it all depends on why a person becomes a vegetarian. I'll share with you the reason I became a vegetarian. One day I was eating a piece of chicken. It happened to be one of my most favorite things, is fried chicken. And when I finished eating, what was left in my hand was a bone. And I looked at that, and it just clicked in my mind that not too long ago, this was a living, breathing creature.
Yes.
It feels fear, it feels pain, whether it's an intelligent creature or not. I felt like a cannibal, and I haven't eaten meat since.
Well, that's...
And since then, of course, I have done more study into it and found out that it's a much healthier lifestyle also.
To no longer eat meat and to be a vegetarian.
Right. It's been proven now, especially through doctors such as Doctors T. Colin Campbell and his China study. It's proven that a vegetarian diet actually can not only stop heart disease, cancer, etc., it can reverse it.
Well, that's excellent. Very good. Well, we've got a few notes here on my sheet here to ask you. So, to help people understand, you changed because of, you found the chicken bone, and now you say it's better for health and it makes you feel better. Is there any ways, what are ways that people can possibly change to become a vegetarian or try it out?
Well,
What are the ways you guide yourself as a vegetarian, I guess?
I guess the thing to do is just quit eating meat. Just cut out. If it has a face or a mother, don't eat it.
No longer eat it.
Yeah, it's just try it. Try. I could challenge people. Yours is take 10.
Yes.
You're talking 10 minutes. I'll challenge people. Take 10 days. Go. Anybody can do it for 10 days. Try it for 10 days. See if you feel better. In the Bible, it talked about Daniel, and he was a vegetarian.
Mm-hmm.
And when he was taken to Babylon, they wanted him to eat the king's meat, and he said, "Well, give me 10 days. Let me just eat wholesome water, which is vegetables and water, for 10 days, and let's see what happens." After 10 days, he was much healthier and all than anybody else. And so I would challenge people, take those 10 minutes, take 10 days, try it for 10
10-day
days.
challenge.
10-day challenge, try it for 10 days.
What?
But there's more than just not eating meat. There's actually 7 health laws.
What are those
The
7?
7 health laws are nutrition, exercise, water, sunlight, temperance, fresh air, rest, and trust in God. 8 laws. I guess
So
it's
that's 8
7.
laws, yeah.
It's 8 laws. And
Depending on who's doing the math, 7 or 8 is good.
that's right. I'm a vegetarian. I'm not a mathematician. But the thing is there are 8 laws of health, and if a person will live according to those 8 laws of health, they will find a huge difference in their lives, in their health, in their outlook on life.
If they abide by these
8 laws of health.
8 laws of health. Well, that sounds great. You would think anybody listening to it would think, well, heck, we get better health, we feel better, everything. They should all do it for 10 days at least.
Well, if a person, we're coming into what's called the cold and flu
Yes.
season. And people think, I always get a cold every November, December. If they would stop and think about it, get sick, a cold, flu, whatever have you, you're probably breaking one or more of those 8 laws of health. And if you would correct that, you'll find that you'll have very few colds, flus, many of the things that most people suffer with.
And that's just by breaking maybe one of the laws, which creates you to be sick.
Well, all right, nutrition. We're coming, like I said, cold and flu season.
Yes.
It runs from October to about through February.
Yeah.
That's considered cold and flu season. Why? Why? What? There's not cold and flu germs in August?
Well, that's true. And most people always think that it's the cold weather or something.
Right. It has nothing to do with cold weather. What it has to do with is what happens. October, we've got Halloween.
Yes.
November, we've got Thanksgiving. December, then comes the holidays. All the way through to Valentine's Day in February, when you finally finish it off with a big box of chocolates. We're talking sugar. We consume more sugar between October and February than any other time of the year. And one teaspoon, not the bit, the teaspoon, 1 teaspoon of sugar paralyzes your immune system for up to 4 hours. Now think about it. Your kids come home, they've got their bag of Halloween candy, and well, you go through them, you find a few goodies there, you eat some, I gotta go to the store. Now my immune system's paralyzed.
Because of eating the candy.
I've just eaten all that sugar.
Mm-hmm.
I go into the supermarket. I grab hold of that cart that's got all kinds of germs on it. I'm walking around, people are hacking and coughing and whatever. I'm ready for these germs. They're going to attack me.
Oh, because of your immune system is down.
My immune system is down. I feel fine. I don't realize it, but my immune system is paralyzed. It's not just down, it's paralyzed for up to 4 hours, depending upon the health of the person. But that's why, if people would just stop and think about it, if they would abide by the 8 laws of health year round, you wouldn't be suffering from colds and flu and many other things that are out there.
So if they went to this, so you're saying like if you eat candy or sugars before you went to the grocery store, you pick up the germs, and by the time you come home, if you eat another candy, it's even paralyzed longer, and then you're most likely going to get.
You're going to end up give yourself, depending upon the it's attacked your system. And not only that, but of course during the winter months we don't get near the sunshine, which means we're not getting the vitamin D that we need.
So if we're not getting the vitamin D, what kind of foods, maybe could you give me some hints on foods that have vitamin D in it?
Vitamin D we get from the sunshine.
But is there any kind of, what would you say, take a supplement maybe, or?
Well, that would be the only way to get it. If you don't have sunshine, let's face it, even in cold climates, unless you're in a very Arctic zone where you can't expose your skin, you can get outside in the fresh air. And if you have 15 to 20 minutes of sunshine on your hands and face, that will be enough to barely get you. It's not really enough, but it's better than enough. We don't get outside. People sit inside and breathe the same air over and over.
The recirculated air.
Yeah, one of the 8 laws of health is fresh air.
Yeah. So by getting the fresh air, not only are you getting the fresh air, you're getting the vitamin D from the sun that helps with the 8 laws.
Which boosts the immune system.
Well, very good. Excellent. So, let's see, I'll go to my notes. Now that we know we need to follow these laws, because just by not obeying one law, we could actually get sick, and
we need them all.
We need them all, but just by saying one law, it could hurt our bodies. So
a good way to remember, you might think, what were those laws? They spell out the acronym New Start.
New Start.
Nutrition, exercise, water, sunlight, temperance, air, fresh air, rest, and trust in God. Those are 8 laws.
So if every morning we wake up and we think new start and maybe say to ourselves these 8 laws so it really sinks into us
Mhm.
and
That's
we
it.
abide by them, we should have a much healthier, happier
We
life.
will have. We will have. You'll have more energy. You'll feel better. You don't have to worry about colds and flu. Oh, you might get the sniffles, but they'll be
You'll be able
very,
to
very,
fight it so much better.
yes, very much.
Now going back onto the vegetarian side of it, which you are, what's kind of the difference between vegan and a vegetarian? Where is that?
Okay, vegetarian. A vegetarian is usually someone who does not eat meat, flesh foods. Some people, they say, oh, well, I'm a vegetarian, I only eat fish. Well, as far as I'm concerned, they're not vegetarian. But there's a lacto-ovo vegetarian, which means that they eat no flesh food, but they do eat eggs and milk.
Oh, okay.
And then
Some animal products.
some animal products. Then a vegan eats no animal products at all.
No meat, no nothing.
No
Animal.
meat, no
No
milk, no eggs. And really, if a person thinks about it, milk, the perfect food. It was made for a cow to bring a 60-pound, 50, 60-pound calf and make it into a 500-pound cow in 6 months.
Oh, yes.
Now, all right, we have these people, they don't want to be a 600-pound cow.
No, that's not what most
But
people
they're
want to be.
consuming the milk, and it's being proven more and more that milk is linked to juvenile onset diabetes. It's linked to osteoporosis. It's many things, and of course, then you have eggs that high in cholesterol. One time you hear, oh, eggs are good for you, and the next time you hear, oh no, they're bad for you. Well, what is it? Best just don't eat them at all.
Right.
Then you don't have to worry about it.
So you try to stay away from the dairy and the egg products.
All animal
All
products.
animal products. That's pretty good. And since you've been staying away from these animal products for so long, do you think it has really helped your life a lot better than say someone your age compared that hasn't ate?
I think so. I think I'm healthier for it. I feel better about myself. For me, the thought of eating animal products is gross. I don't have a problem with other people eating it, but it's gross. I go back to, I go back to the Bible. If I bought a new car, I get out my manual and see what kind of gas to put in it.
Mm-hmm.
If I buy a new Hyundai, I get it and I think, oh, well, it doesn't matter. I can put kerosene in the gas tank. I don't want to. All I've got is some kerosene here, and I'm out of gas. I'll just put. What will happen?
It's
The
not going to run
engine
anymore.
would be gonna. God gave us a manual, and you find it in Genesis. He tells you, here's what you ought to eat, and I kind of believe him.
Oh, yes. Now, do you think it's simple to be a vegetarian?
Very simple. Very simple.
I mean, 'cause I know a lot of people out there would say, oh, I could never do it, but...
Like I said,
But it...
try it for 10 days. I challenge anyone to try it for 10 days and see if they don't feel better, have more energy, feel better about themselves even. I think they'll be won over if they'll try it for anybody. Anybody can have them challenge friends and say, let's take a bet, see who can do it.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Well, that's a
challenge-
good way. That's a very good way to try it.
Yeah, I would challenge them to do it.
And like you said, most time, 10 days, that should be feasible for most anybody to last
Sure.
10 days. Very good. So, as I look through my notes here to ask you wonderful questions about vegetarianism. Um, More on the 8 laws of health that you subscribe to keep healthy. I already, you are a vegetarian, and I take it you drink lots of water, and you must be outside a lot, and you get fresh air.
Mm-hmm. We're coming to the winter season.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thing. Most people, what happens? The weather turns cold. You close up your house. You put, if you've got the old kind of windows, you put storm windows on. You close everything up. But what have you done? Then you're rebreathing the same
Yeah, you
air.
sealed your
etc.
house.
What people need to do, it's important, that fresh air part, they need to crack at least 1 or 2 windows in their house, preferably in a bedroom. That's the best place to do it. Have the window, you don't have to have it open, crack it.
Just a half an inch or so.
Have it just so fresh, I don't care how cold it gets outside. Let that fresh air come in, especially while you're sleeping. I mean, don't have a draft blowing right on your head or something.
Right.
Move the bed if you need to, but crack the window. Let some fresh air in. Keep air circulating in the house.
Now, when you say in the bedroom and getting the air, so do you think that goes along with one of your laws there of rest? So that'll help you get rest, and will it make you feel more awake in the morning?
Right. You will get much better rest if you have
more
fresh
oxygen.
air. More oxygen as you sleep.
Very good. Now, one of the 8 principles, you also say trust in God. So do you feel that is a very important part of your 8 laws?
Though it's listed last, it's probably the capstone. It's the cornerstone. That's the bottom line. Is I've done all of the 8 laws. I'm living according to the other 7. And now I just put everything into God's hands. I'm not going to, let's put it this way. Let's say I smoke cigarettes.
Mm-hmm.
And I start getting a cough. And I go to the doctor, and the doctor says, well, you've got emphysema caused from cigarettes. Oh. Well, so I come and I say, well, pray for me, I've got emphysema. But I continue to smoke.
Yeah.
Well, that's ridiculous.
It is, yes.
So if I'm living according to the 8 laws, as close as I can, I maybe I don't know everything there is about nutrition. I haven't studied it out, but I'm learning. Maybe but I'm trying. I'm learning all of these things. But when I'm living as close as I can according to these laws, and I trust in God, I say, all right, Lord, I'm doing everything I can. It's in your court. And I believe God. I trust him.
Do you believe he also opens up your eyes and stuff to help learning with health?
Oh, definitely.
So it helps you learn more and more about health and exercise, about the other 7 laws
Right.
of that. Well, very good. Now, since my website is for taking 10 minutes a day to help people out, and since you were the expert in vegetarian, I would say it's pretty good. 35 years, 40 years that you've been a vegetarian, that's pretty good expert. So what would you say to help people, maybe if they could only have 10 minutes, I mean, you already said take the 10-day challenge. That's an excellent thing to try by just taking 10 days and reducing the meat or taking completely out of their diet to feel better. What would you say if they only had 10 minutes a day just to guide them to start doing these 8 laws of health? What could they really do in 10 minutes
To change their lives.
to change their lives?
Okay. 10 minutes. I told you that there's 8 laws of health.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, if you get down to it, I believe there's a 9th one. So my premise is it's 8 laws plus 1. And that plus 1 is an attitude of gratitude.
Mm.
So if a person spends 10 minutes a day with a attitude of gratitude, thanking God for their blessings. You know, we are blessed so much every day in our lives, and we just let it go by. We don't
True.
say thank you. But if we would spend 10 minutes, I mean, look at a clock and spend 10 minutes in doing nothing but thanking God. And not only thanking God, but thanking other people.
Oh, that's a very good idea too.
You know, maybe somebody has done something, you're at work, and somebody does something nice or helps, and we just say, oh, okay, no, really be thankful. Thank them. And ask God, how can I show my thankfulness to other people? But to spend 10 minutes a day with an attitude of gratitude, especially an attitude of gratitude toward God, I think it would change their lives. And it would also cause all of these 8 laws to come together to a holistic lifestyle that people would not believe.
That's very good. I like that attitude of gratitude. That's what I try to do that in my life as every day as much as possible. It's a very good it's a very good +1.
+1.
I very like the +1. So, well, thank you so much for the interview. I am hoping everybody out there watches this, pass it on, and if you want any more information, you can email me. And at the bottom of the video, there'll be more information, and a link to email me if you want to. And if you want to know more information about vegetarianism or speak to Janet Cox as well, go ahead and email me, and I will let you get in contact with her to find out more about attitude of gratitude, or how to really live a wonderful vegetarian lifestyle. Healthier, happier, just more abundant, it sounds like.
More abundant.
More abundant, sounds
Jesus
great.
said, I came to give life and to give it more abundantly.
Very good. Thank you so much, and take 10 minutes and change your life.